Hi, this is kind of tutorial, just kind of, because it's actually not tutorial, but I just share my experience of how I create such images. This is original photo of my daughter, Marta, and this is images I just posted into community, Stable Diffusion community, and for many months, when I posted here my images, people asked me to record a tutorial, and I procrastinate this because I wanted to, find enough time to make a really cool tutorial with good editing, with good structure, etc. But today, a guy whose name is Kasparas, he wrote when I again said that I need time to find time. He said that how much time it would take to record screen while you are testing, building floors, etc. And I felt guilty. And I decided, okay, I record such video without any preparations, just to share the essence of what I do. And I hope this essence will be enough for those who are already prepared. Those who are not prepared enough, you could find a guy from Turkey. His name Furkan. SEO courses. This guy, and he's got
Greetings, everyone.
many really great tutorials that you should watch if you're just starting and if you don't understand some things that I will show here. For training models, I usually train SD 1.5 models because I had some good experience in SDXL, LoRa models, but recently I've got the best results I've got. Recently I've got from training checkpoints of Stable Diffusion 1.5. So I will show you how I created this model, with which one I've created these images. And I should say that it's not only about model training, but it's also about how you work with this model. So I hope I will tell you today both of how I train and how I work. Also, I've created this file and put here a setup file that will help you to install Koya to RunPod or to Vast. I will not explain how to register, how to create pods, etc. This you can find on this here on this YouTube channel of this guy. I will just try to focus of what I do specifically different from many other tutorials, and the things that I found myself from hundreds of thousands, I guess, experiments, and so I focus on them. First of all, I use Koya on RunPod, and I use this file, setup start, to this file, setup start, I put into workspace folder. Then I start this command. And if you don't have Koya installed yet, it will install. It will install pretty long time, around 10 minutes, maybe more. But if you use network drive like I use, you might have Koya already installed after you do this first time, and if you run this command second time, it will just start Koya, and it will take much less time. It will take maybe around 1 or 2 minutes. I don't know exactly. So right now it's running, and while it's running, I will show you something about what I do with dataset, because some things that I do with dataset. I didn't see them in most tutorials, and I think you'll get something from it. First of all, what I should tell you, I will show the first dataset that I used to create Marta model, Marta set 1. This was the first dataset. And for dataset, you should really have pretty quality photos. What I mean by quality photos, you see, if I take close-up photos and zoom in, you will see almost every hair on her face. And this is important. If you have low quality images, your model will be much worse. So these images I've made with my iPhone just in one day. You see the same clothing in 2 days. First day, yes, most of the photos I made first day, and these photos I made second day when my daughter was in other clothes. She doesn't like to take photos, so it was challenging for me to ask her to do this for me. She's not living with me. She's living in Russia. I live on Bali. She's living in Russia with my mom because my ex-wife doesn't want her to be too far away from her. But I hope that in near future we'll find some agreement with my ex-wife and I will take her here because she really wants to. So recently she was visiting me here on Bali, and I spent here 2 weeks, and she didn't want to fly away, and I really miss her. And I wanted to make a model of her so I could feel some kind of connections, additional connection, working with her model. So when I do model, what I try to do is I have 3 types of images: close-up, medium shots, and long shots. I didn't make, mostly I don't use full body shots. I mean, long shots, it's like these shots. I could make them a little bit more far. I mean, I could make really full body, but I just forgot. Sometimes I use full body, sometimes I use, instead of full body, this kind of shots, like cowboy shots. So I have only few of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, here is a little bit more, just because they are not full body. They're something average. This is, I guess, is like more medium shot that full body. So I usually, when I have really full body shots, I usually have them just 3 or 5, not many. And most of my images are close-ups or medium shots. Around half of this, half of that. Usually a little bit more medium shots or equal. I'm still experimenting. If you've got too many close-ups, your face will be overtrained. You will have too many facial features that you don't want to see. If you will not have enough full body close-ups, I guess you can have a little bit more close-ups than medium shots. And also when you do medium shots, you don't have to do them. When I do them, I try to make a head around half size of the image. You see, and I usually sometimes make a little bit more far, a little bit closer, and I'm still experimenting. But I guess if you make medium shots where your head is half height of your image, and your close up, don't make too much close, too close, I guess, like 80% or 90% is okay. So this is my first data set, around, I don't know how many here, 32. So when I prepared it, I made this one. It's long shot, 7 long shot. $24 medium shots and 11. No, it's something. No. It's wrong. I guess I prepared them and I moved to this. That's it. So around 7 long shots here, close-ups. This it's close up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 close-ups and 16 medium shots. Medium shots a little bit more, but these are something between close-ups and medium shots. I hear about 4 of them. So something like this. The balance is the key. If you have too many close-ups, it will be bad. If you have too many medium shots, too few close-ups, it might be bad. But something around this balance is okay. Also, many people, including me, until recent time, thinks that the more angles you have, the better. But my recent experience shows that if you put angles like profile or like this angle, it's become harder to make a good model. So here I made it a little bit risky. I mean, if I remove this photo, this this photo, I mean photos with how to say, three-quarter angle, with a big angle, I might get a little bit better model. So if you just experiment, I suggest you to start from 15, maybe 20 photos. 15 is okay too, but start from full face photos. Full face photos with different lighting, different background. I've asked, when I was making a photo, I was trying to find different places on my villa and outside where I get different light. Different light is the key. It will be easier to Stable Diffusion to learn the face if it see it with different lighting. Different clothes, no, you don't need different clothes, and I will tell you why later. You may have same clothes is okay. You might have some problems with clothes, but I will show you how I handle that. So first of all, it's better if you not just find some photos from your iPhone that you made recently, but I don't know, take 10-15 minutes and make data sets, just make someone's photo with good lighting, because if it's bad lighting, what here is not good lighting here. That's why my model might suffer. You see, you don't see here hairs. So this is not good photo. Maybe I will try to remove it and train without it. And this is good photo because you see hairs. So I guess if I remove some maybe bad photos with bad quality, I've got a better model. Even if I got fewer images. So 15, 20 good images, full face, it's a very good start. Then you can add some more and see if you will get better water. Here I was a little bit hurry and I wanted to get a better model. This model is not bad, but it might be better. It might be better. So when I trained my first model, it was not bad, but I've got some problems with it. I will try to show you. Sorry, I don't edit this video just because I wanted to make it fast and I want to make it happen. Because if I want to make it ideal, it would take forever, I guess. So I will take this kind of prompt. It's important not only what kind of model you have, but also how you manage with this model. So here I mostly use pretty simple prompt. I guess it's nothing special. I can make it even more simple for you. So don't look here. It's just experiments. Maybe I guess it's enough. Pretty standard negative, nothing special. I use sampling method dpm++ to 2m SD carries around 27-30 steps. Harris fix, sometimes Lancaster, sometimes Earthguard, sometimes Sharp. I don't have it right now installed because I recently installed new version of Automatic. Denoising strength in my Harris is around 0.3 or 0.4, upscale by 2. Width height is like this, or sometimes I like this. I use it too. So I try to start already from. I train my model with resolution 768 by 768, and then I create this. Very important to have after detailer. I usually turn it on, and right now I guess I didn't. I need something to fill it. After detailer. Huh. Yes, here. And this part, confident smile, I put here too. I usually don't use photos when you can see teeth. When the mouth open, I usually don't ask people not to smile too much because it's usually harder to make a good model with this. So I use confident smile with a small weight, not to make smile too big, to show teeth, and I usually put here teeth, open mouth. Here I put also mature breast, big breast, because Stable Diffusion was trying to make my daughter, she has flat a breast because she's only 9, but it tried to make it bigger. And here, this is token of my daughter UKJ, and the whole token was like this. I was training using this token, UKJ, 9 years old girl. So in After Detailer, I use close-up photo of UKJ, 9 years old girl, detail face, confident smile. Nothing special, I guess. So, okay, let's try. This is my first model with data set that I just showed you. And it's pretty good. It's already pretty good. The only problem is with clothing. Because it was the same clothes. You see? The this is those flowers. So how you can manage, how you can manage with these artifacts from the clothing? The easiest way when you don't train is try to take your main token and put it like this. So this means that this token starts to be active after 30% of steps. So if I've got 30 steps, then first 10 steps, it will not active, and then it will become active. So this already might help. Not always, but might help a bit. Not much helped. I have another way how to make it better, but it's about dataset. This is the way I found for myself and that I use to solve problem with the clothing. So how it looks. I open photos I usually use Photoshop, but you can use Photopea or something else. And I select the area where I've got clothes and just fill it with some color. Color that is similar to the background color, and every time it's different color because you don't want it to learn this shape. When I just was trying, I just took brush and put it. Didn't first I just tried to feel everything. Sorry. I will show you how I did it. And that creates some problems. I hate this. I hate this thing. I don't know how to get rid of this. I see. I mean, this thing, I don't know how to. So when I just started with my first experiments, first I tried to just take black brush and make it like this. Well, I've got some problems with this. First of all, it learned, because it was always black, it was learned and pretty often it showed something black. Then when I've started to use different colors, it helped. But I found out that the body became too big. Why it became too big? Because I was doing something like this. I will show you. I took some color, make it, and was doing like this. And I had these clothes this time, but the problem was that it learned the shape, and uh, SD decided that this is shape of the body, and the body was pretty often was had some weird shape. So how I do it now? I usually select the object like that. Uh, then I deselect the head. Then I've created action to make it faster. Let me find. I run it. So, oh, I need to. Then I select the color, like average color from background, and make it little bit, little bit different from background. I don't want to make it the same as background, but little bit different from background. Then I go to selections, modifications, expand, and expand it on 5 pixels. And then I fill it. That's how I do right now. And do it with most of the photos with clothes. And I leave just a few photos with clothing, but most of them I fill. I've tried to fill all clothing like that, or all photos with clothing like that, but I don't know, for some reason the model became a little bit worse. So I leave some photos with original clothing, but most of them I just feel like that. In my most recent model, I also this is what I experiment right now. I want to make a copy of all photos with different clothes that I inpainted in Focus, you know, the application. But here I just didn't have time to create all photos, copy of all clothes, of all photos with alternative clothing. I just add couple of, I just took a couple of clothes and made the clothing that I pretty often use. Like I pretty often uh, make photos with Martha where she's Supergirl. So I make with Supergirl clothing, and I also make her pretty often with armor. So this is just experiments. You don't have to do this. But if you have got some problems with clothing, you do this. So if we do this, I will show you the model where I do this. You will see the different, and this difference will be even bigger on some with some characters. I mean, it's not a big problem. Oh, even here, you see, the clothing is much more interesting, much more diverse, if I use the right English word right now. So it become better. So right now we go to my Koya. And also I create the folder with my dataset. This is my latest. So I put some name, and inside of this folders I use 10 repeats and my token, UKJ 9 years old girl. And here I put my photos. And I don't want to, will not explain what does it mean repeat so and epoch right now. I say I don't really care how many epochs or reps I do. I mostly care about how many steps I needed, and I try to find reps and epochs, the amount that gives me enough amount of models to compare. I mean, if I want, I usually like to have, I don't know, 8 models to compare. So if I need, if and the maximum, if I train without regularization images, then I usually train not more than 3,000 steps. I'll show how it looks with my config. So here's my dataset folder. No regularizations with Marta because I don't have regularizations images with kids, with girls, with 9 years old girls. I like to use regularization images with photos from photo stocks when I train adults, but I don't have with 9 years old regularization images. Here is output folders. Is the new models go right into stable diffusion folder, so I can I usually run 2 different pods with 1 network drive, so I can test while still training. So here's model name and parameters. I usually use for training. I usually use GPUs with pretty much amount of memory, so I don't optimize settings for less memory consumptions. So it needs a lot of memory. But if you train on 4090, I usually don't train on 4090. No, if I usually train on A100, but if A100 are all busy, for 4090 usually available, but A100 usually recently most of the time is busy, so I recently started training on 4090, and if I train 4090, I leave everything the same, but in advanced section I put memory efficient attention, so it takes less memory, but the quality, the model is a little bit different, but it's still, the quality is still the same. This I guess this is model that I train. Yes, the last with this model was trained with memory attention focus, so it's a little bit slower, but it takes less memory. Also, well, I've experimented a lot with learning rate, and I found this learning rate works best for me. I don't know which one will best works for you, but I'm sorry, this one that which is working best for me. Well, warm-ups. Well, I put here warm-ups, but I didn't see much difference if I use warm-up or not use warm-up. I'd like to use optimizer Adam W, but Adam W 8-bit works pretty well too. But I feel like Adam V without 8-bit work just little bit better, not different. This is maximum resolutions that I use. I don't use, most of the time I don't use captions. When I use captions, the model is more flexible, but likeness of it is less. I don't know why. Maybe I do captioning somehow wrong. But that's all. Pretty nothing special. But the only special is learn rate, resolution, and that's all. Oh, and I use Photon as standard base model. That's all. Then I start and it starts training. well, it's 880 steps, but I usually don't use the latest, like ninth epoch. I usually use like here 6 or 7 epochs works the best for me without too much overtraining. All my model, I guess, they're just a little bit overtrained, and they are not good for different styles. They're good mostly for photorealistic styles, but they work pretty well. Okay, that's all. I hope this will help you. Let me know if it is, and maybe this will inspire me to record another video. Thank you.